Hello, 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 Periscope peeps. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Tuesday, a little after 7 p.m. Central Time. Got my husband on here tonight, who is the author of this book that you're seeing in the picture, Echoes of Shannon Street. Get a little bit closer. The kidnapping and murder of Officer Robert S. Hester. Thank you to everybody joining, and by now you probably know how to share, but swipe left or right on your iOS device, swipe up on your Android. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around, and this is the Hub's first time doing Periscope, so please be kind. We just wanted to talk a little bit about the book and an event that we went to last Saturday night at the local library, where he got to talk about his book. If you could put your name and where you're from, if you'd like to, so that we can address you by name, and feel free to ask any questions. Thank you for joining. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hello.
Hey, I don't think this screen's big enough for the two of us, so I'm going to take it away from my wife. This is the first time I actually get to win. Just briefly, because I won't bore you with a lot of details. Hopefully you'll be interested in the book, but it is a true crime novel. The events occurred in January of 1983 here in Memphis, Tennessee. 2 Memphis police officers were kidnapped by religious cult members who believed the world was coming to an end. One of the officers was shot, but he was able to escape shortly after. The other hostage officer was held in the house for the entirety of the siege, which lasted 30 hours. Now, this officer was beaten to death, and it took about 8 or 9 hours for him to die. Now, I see things coming on the screen. I don't have my glasses, so I'm just going to keep chatting, and hopefully my wife will pick up on anything important. Anyways, the officer's screams could be heard by all the officers on the scene. One of the suspects held his portable radio and keyed the mic so all the officers on the scene could hear the officer being beaten. Any officer within 30 yards of the house could hear Officer Hester screaming for God, for his mother, for his wife, screaming for the officers to come help him, screaming for the suspects to stop beating him. Now, for whatever reason, and you can find out more if you get the book, police officers did not go into the house to help him. They were not allowed to go into the house during the entirety of the siege. And in fact, when the TAC unit was finally allowed to go into the house after 30 hours, it was already assumed that Officer Hester was dead, which was very, very strange, which goes against all protocol of hostage negotiations. So, just a few facts about the book, as I relate to you about a hostage being harmed. Hostage doctrine says that if the hostages are being harmed, you go into the house. Doctrine also says if negotiations break down, you send the TAC unit in. Now, I use the word TAC unit to replace SWAT. We don't use the word SWAT here, it's TAC unit. Anyways, negotiations broke down. In fact, I shouldn't say that, that's a lie. There never were any negotiations. Negotiations, after about 45 minutes, ended. So it was just the police talking and no one else talking back. So for whatever reason, they still wouldn't send anybody in. It was bitterly cold. The number of suspects in the house to 7. All 7 suspects were killed during entry by the TAC unit. Now that number 7 represents the largest number of suspects to die in a non-riotous local police action in the history of this country. So you add that with the mysterious non-action by hostage negotiators, I've had some wine, negotiators, and the TAC unit, plus the fact 2 police officers were kidnapped, which just never happens. If you have 1 officer taken hostage, it's a big event. But to have 2 taken hostage. So there's a lot about the book that's very interesting. It's written in a police procedural type manner. So it's a Joe Friday book, just the facts. So I did not interject any of my own opinions, even though I did have 25 years at the Memphis Police Department. I just want you to read the book and you make your own decisions about what happened. And it's, excuse me.
Sorry.
And it's a very good book. It's a quick read. I hope you like it. Feel free to get online. Just type in Echoes of Shannon Street. Got a Facebook site. Got a YouTube site. If you want to hear some of the actual radio broadcasts, go to YouTube. You can hear those. You can see crime scene pictures. Go to the Facebook site, like the page, look at the crime scene pictures. Anyways, I've done enough yakking, so I'm going to turn this back over to my wife. Thank you.
Thank you for everybody that joined. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much. Feel free to give hearts on the replay as they are counted. But we don't do this for the hearts. And if you want the locations, again, that he called out where you can purchase the book, watch the YouTube transmissions, find the Facebook page. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my handle is at Dana A. Howell, the same handle that it is here on Periscope. And feel free to follow me and send me a direct message, and I can provide you that information. And he didn't mention, but we went to an event. Yeah, you didn't bring this up at all, but
no, I didn't.
It's actually being. His book is being made into a movie here in Memphis. There is a local entertainment production company called MVP3 that we've hooked up with that is making it into a movie. And I think Friday night I mentioned this on my scope, but some of you may not have seen that Morgan Freeman's son, Alfonso Freeman, has been cast in the lead role. So that's pretty exciting. And we talked about that at the library event Saturday night. And I'm getting ready to upload the video. I took video for that at the library for 2 hours. John Boy 66, welcome. You'll have to watch the replay. So anyway, basically, he sat up there on a panel of some other great authors here in Memphis talking about their books that are going to be made into movies. And some of the proceeds from this particular book, Echoes of Shannon Street, will be going to benefit police officers in this city who are kind of going through some rough times right now with their benefits and such. A lot of people have heard about it. It's been national news. So anyway, that's a good thing. The lady that we're involved with, Marie Pisano, is trying to give back to the community. So that's always a positive thing. So anyway, we will go ahead and cut this scope off. And if you want to watch the replay, if you missed it, again, the book is called Echoes of Shannon Street by James R. Howell. And you can locate it on Amazon under books. And like I said, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I will give you the other information about the YouTube page and also the Facebook page for the book. We appreciate your time, and we will get back on here sometime soon if we have any new updates about the book. Does anybody have any questions at this point about the book? Anybody? Bueller? Okay, well, thank y'all very, very much, and hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday evening. And I'll try to get on here maybe tomorrow night. Not sure what I'm going to scope about, but in the meantime, have a great evening, and thanks again for watching. Say bye, honey.
Oh, bye. See y'all.